Hello! So this year for Halloween I am going to be an Equalist. My friend is making the main part of the costume, like the shirt and the belt and stuff. And so I volunteered to make the glove. And I'm going to show you today how to make this glove. So you're going to need a lot of stuff for this. One sheet of yellow craft foam should be enough for one glove. And you can also get black craft foam if you want. But because it's only for two little pieces, then you could probably just like paint the yellow part. A glove, and you'll want a glove that has this part a little bit longer than usual. Duct tape, gold duct tape. I got this from a craft store in town. Paint to make the gold effect here. So for this part I used gold, brown, and black, and also I put varnish on it so that it won't chip off or something. But you'll also want some green paint, plus yellow for the centers. Elmer's glue and some brads for securing the craft foam to this. I used Suede. I used brown and black. You also want a needle and thread, black thread preferably. Okay, let's get started. So, the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is the fingers. So what you want to do first is get a length of tape about this long, because you want it to be able to go around your finger but also secure it on the end. You're gonna take this part and wrap it around so you know how big to make it, and then you're gonna take the scissors and just mark about where it reaches all around your finger. And then you're going to want to cut off about halfway. So you cut up a little square. And the fingers have two separate portions connected by a strip. So for the bottom portion, you want to fold this over. Then you're going to wrap this part and secure it with this little end that you left. The glove leaves you a little bit of curve for your knuckles. So you're going to want to cut that in. That way you have room to move your hand. And the top part is a little bit trickier. You'll still want a length of tape, about as long as the last one. And this time you want to wrap it around and make it so that the inside is the gold portion. Great. Okay. Like that. As you're just going to measure the length and fold this over so that you have a tip of your finger. And then you're going to wrap that in gold tape. And what I usually do here is I wrap this, and then there's usually excess at the top, so I just cut that off. So this is going to leave you with some empty space on the top, but I cut off some of the, that little piece from the bottom portion, so I'm going to use that to cover it. And like the last one, I want to make a little curve for the knuckles. And there we have our two pieces for the finger. Now all I need to do is cut off some pieces to connect them. So when you connect them, you want to put one of the outside pieces first, and then cover the inside so it doesn't stick to your glove. And then do the inside one first, and cover it. Now it should fit on your finger just right. See? Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make these parts. For this portion, you'll need some cutout parts, which I did myself. And I did that by just cutting out some paper and just like making a model of about how big it looks in the picture on both sides. And then you want to make sure that you label which side is which. This part is kind of tricky because it includes using some heat to make this shape, because you want it to stay in this shape roughly. Okay, let's go to the stove. So for this part, we're going to have the stovetop heat up. So you'll want to make the form about to your hand, then keep it in that shape. And then once the stove is hot, ideally it's going to be red when you do this so that it's hot enough. You know, just kind of put it close to here. And then when it goes soft, then put it back to your hand. And see, it's already holding its shape. But you want to do that a few times maybe. And always be checking to make sure that it's the shape that you want. And don't get it too close to the stove because, or for too long, because then you'll get little burn marks in the foam, and that's not what you want. So what I've just done is paint the parts that we molded. And it's really important that you do the heat part first so that it's not like burning the paint or something crazy. This is acrylic paint. And so while that dries, I am going to show you how to do the suede bits. So you want to take your suede, and there are several lengths that I'll show you. There's one that goes around here, and then parts that go between each of the fingers. So for the first part, it's pretty easy because all you have to do is wrap it around here and tie it off. Try not to get it too tight because that's not very comfortable. And suede does break easily, so I hear. So you want to be careful not to stretch it too much. Okay. So the next parts are going to, what we're going to do is we're going to knot the end of the length of suede, and we're going to sew it to the glove. So we don't want to show those, so we're going to hide them under the little circle things. So we're going to measure this. So we're going to knot each end of this. What we're going to do here is put the knot at the center of the glove, roughly. I'm going to use the parts of the knot, just stick my needle through it. And sew it together that way.